Hello and welcome. My name is Philip and this is DayGrid. In this video, we're going to look at how you can set up your teachers, get them into the DayGrid system so that you can start creating timetables and yard duty rosters. So to get started, just go to the Teachers tab on the left-hand side. If you're brand new to the system, you'll see a welcome screen similar to this. We've got a couple of ways we can add teachers into the system. We can do it manually by clicking on Create a New Teacher. We simply enter an email address, a first name, and that's all we really need. Now, if you are setting up a teacher and you'd like to give them access to the system so that they can log in and manage different things, you can also give them user level access by simply turning on this switch, selecting a role, and pressing Create Teacher. We'll cover more details about users in another video, but this is another way that you can quickly add a teacher and give them user access. They'll get a separate email to set up and activate their account, and they'll then have access to the system as well. All right, once we've created the teacher, they'll be in the system. From here, we'll have a list of teachers on the left-hand side, and then we'll have their profile here on the right-hand side in the middle. So from here, there's a few things you can do. You can obviously give the teacher their own avatar and background colors to help distinguish them. Change their first, last name, email. You can give them a teacher title to help in terms of sorting and classifying who's who in the system. And again, you can manage their access and give them user access as well. So you can, through the teacher section, you can give them user access very easily just by turning this on, choosing a role, and pressing Save Changes. Here in the teacher profile, you can also manage their availability for both yard duty and timetabling. So if we look at yard duty as an example, by default, everyone who goes into the system will be set up to be included in yard duty rosters and to work 100% of the workload, so a standard share of whatever the yard duty requirements are. And that's covered in the yard duty section. If you want to exclude them, you can simply tell the system to exclude them from yard duty altogether so they won't be brought into those yard duty rosters. If you want to give them less of a duty load, simply change the number here in the yard duty load, and it's the same if you want them to work additional duties. If you want to force or ensure someone only has a maximum number of minutes per week, as opposed to setting a dynamic workload target, you can enter in some numbers here. Additionally, for the yard duty availability, you can go through and at a high level, you can mark when they are available. By default, everyone's available all of the time. To make things easier for you, you can just go in there and disable or turn off any particular settings or times that they are not available. So for instance, if this teacher is never available for recess, you can just turn them off here for recess, and perhaps they're never available on a Monday or Friday, and you can save these settings. For timetabling, because it's a bit more involved, there's a bit more granularity in terms of what you can actually customize here. Again, by default, every teacher will be set up to be automatically available all of the time and to include them in timetabling. But again, you can just go through and change that for the anomalies or the outliers that need to have their availability changed. So again, if you want to just completely remove them from timetabling, just turn this setting off. If you want to adjust their availability, simply go through each day of the week, and this is where that time setup actually comes into it as well. So here you actually specify exactly what times in the system that they are not available for. So if there's just one particular time, say before school on a Monday, you could enter it just that once. If it's the entire day that they're unavailable for, you just press the plus button and all the times that are set up in the system will be added in. Now in this example, I've only got a couple of times set up in the system, so it's only adding in just those two. But if you've got the entire day set up, it'll add in the whole day and it'll show them as unavailable for the whole day. You can just edit that, save the changes, and you'll see the results here. So that's all you need to really do in terms of managing your teachers. This is where you'll be managing your yard duty availability, your timetabling availability, and any general settings for the teacher themselves. We'll look at how you can import them in bulk later on in another video, but if you wanted to have a look, you just go to import data and you can upload a big batch of teachers in a CSV file with their first name, last name, and email, and that'll get them all into the system, and then you can go through and adjust their availability at will. So hopefully that gives you an idea of how to set up your teachers in the system, and once you've got the teachers in there, then you can really get stuck into creating those timetables and those yard duty rosters. Okay, thanks for your time. Have a great day.